Hey everyone, Ocklawahaboy Rocks. Got another stop in Central Oregon. Not to rockhound this time though, but it is rocks. It is the China Hollow shop. So Jared did a great video on this, currently rockhounding, talked to the people, went to the collection area, did all of that stuff. So this is going to be a lot shorter video. I think Katie did one on this too, so I'm sure you've seen it before, but I'm gonna head out there. It was kind of interesting when I got out there. I had the, I think, address from Jared, and everything in the town looks a little nondescript, so I drove down the road right in the area that I knew it was supposed to be. Saw a couple of old guys sitting out on the bench. Found a place where I could park and look at the map on my phone again. Turned back around, parked, asked those two guys where the shop was, and it turned out they were sitting right in front of it. It was their shop. So they opened up and let me go through the rock and purchase some, chatted a while. So I'm gonna head out there now, kind of show you a little bit of what they've got in the piles, and then bring you back and show you what I got. All right, this is the cheap seats out here. Couple bucks a pound. Here's an empty bucket. Oh, not an empty bucket. Here's an empty bucket with no handle. Have to find myself something to carry some in. Last thing I need is more rock, but while I'm here, I'm gonna get it. What do y'all think about this one? Or maybe that one. Whoop, get out of my sunlight here. Both of those rocks are right pretty. Got like this one. No. That one's a good possibility. Having trouble. The sun's at a bad angle for everything I want to do today. Might have to throw that in the bucket. Kind of interesting. I actually like that one better, and it won't cost me as much. I like that dark black though. Oh, like that. Probably not. I see some potential in this. Potential to go home with me. Need to bring my bucket over here. Okay, I got me a little bucket out of the $2 or less pile. But everywhere you look, there's another nice one that you want to take with you. So I better quit looking in this pile. But I hadn't looked over here yet. See, that one might have to come with me. But it's become very apparent that he cuts these on an oil saw and doesn't get the oil off of them. My hand's coated in oil now. Alright, take a little walk up here. They're fixing a sign here on the road, so it's gonna get pretty loud again. So here's the box of material that I bought. I got a piece or two of this more expensive stuff. And then, can't remember if I got this out of the pile out back or where I got that. As you saw, that pile out back had some cuts. It had some pieces that you wouldn't get a whole lot out of. But I kind of looked at it and thought, well, that might have, that side doesn't look too interesting. This side looks like it might have some better material. So I just kind of looked at some of these different pieces and looked at it for, well, what could I get out of that for a cab? And some of it looked interesting enough to throw in the bucket. A lot of it's going to be mostly this really dark material. I'm not as much of a fan of that, but yeah, look at that. It's got the potential for some nice pictures. It's been cut this way before, and then someone decided they were done with it, but I might try to cut it. Some thicker pieces and then cut some thin pieces going this direction. Here's one. I was kind of looking at this end, thinking if those patterns will keep going through the rock, might be interesting. This one I was thinking, some cabs out of this area, or maybe out of here. Might be kind of cool. Okay, so I'm not going to bore you with each and every piece, but this is what I got. I'm going to make some cuts and then make some cabs. Alright, here's kind of what I cut from the Wasco shop. So not a lot, just a few different pieces. A lot of just this dark brown stuff. This here has this little orb in it that might do something interesting. It's not really on this side, but maybe. These pieces have some possibility. Now this is kind of like an agate, just a real dark agate. I'm pretty sure I bought some of the same stuff from Richardson's. They called it like Paiute agate. I think at the Wasco shop, I think they called it China Hollow agate. But not real exciting. So I'm going to see if I can make 3 cabs out of this. So I'm going to go maybe actually use templates and see what I can get. All right, material from the China Hollow shop. These are the 2 China Hollow agates. And again, I swear this is the same stuff that Richardson sells as Paiute agate. And they did say at the shop that they had sold them hundreds of pounds of it at one point. But anyway, really like the polish that these took. You know, honey brown agate is not anybody's favorite, but there is some character in there. This one, it's got almost like a little asteroid belt or something going on in there with those little orbs, so that's kind of cool. And again, I think that's a pretty good polish. You can make out my lights pretty good up there. You can even see the one reflecting in the whiteboard. So the picture jaspers. I tried to do this one and a chunk came out of the jasper here. Now this was on the expandable drums with sandpaper, so it's not like I was hitting it with a silicon carbide wheel, just beating the heck out of it. And then this was the really neat one, and same thing, working it on the sandpaper, and that chunk fell out. So a couple of crash and burns and a couple of, I think, really nice pieces. Okay, that's the stuff I got, or at least a couple of cuts off the stuff I got from the China Hollow shop. Neat stop. I don't really do much at rock shops very much, don't buy much, but this was more, you know, more like a garage dash workshop dash storage shed dash whatever that sold some rocks, and you could sit and hang out like Floyd and Andy and Mayberry. So I will see you next time.